Hello, my name is Nick Schrader. I am 36 years old. I had to think about that. And about 6 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. It was when I was applying for the U.S. Air Force Reserves. There was a hold put on my MEPS application, and that's when I found out. I've been reading the Diabetes Code, which is written by Dr. Jason Fung, talking about how to actually reverse the effects of type 2 diabetes, because for the longest time we've always been told that it's just a chronic illness that we have to manage and deal with. And this book basically illustrates how that's a lie. And certain instinctive things, along with the knowledge of what I've researched, as well as what my wife has found as well, has indicated that there's more to it. And like a lot of things in life, it deals with putting things and people out of business if you go with the thing that works, because if there's a cure, there's no more product. And if there is a way to reverse it without having to pay for anything, then that again is pharmaceuticals and medical providers, they go out of business. So without going into the details of his book, you can get the majority of it within even the first two chapters, but and that's as far as I've gotten. But the two main things that it talks about is basically understanding how to reverse the effects because of the sugar that's in your body, and then what insulin or metformin and all these other medications do. Some great analogies. You literally can read it. I highly recommend it because it just breaks down and keeps it as simple as what needs to be done. And this is also something that's applicable in this day and age. A good example is back when they sold a VCR, you could get a huge manual that you were required to read before you can even use it. People just discarded it and used the product. Nowadays, we have quick reference guides, and we reference a manual online. So that gives people a brushstroke of, hey, if you're not going to go into detail, just know this, and that way you're good. That's exactly what this book did. So I'm still going to read it. It's amazing. Again, I highly recommend it, but this is not, the purpose of this video is not to promote a product. The purpose of this video is to keep me accountable, because starting today, my journey of doing better is going to start now. And while I've had other attempts, I want to be successful, because this has to become a lifestyle change. This is the only way I'm going to save my life. It's not going to be easy, because my simplest background is I love to eat. I've never had a problem with weight. I've always been an athlete. So being told what to eat has been very difficult. And even when I embraced the higher protein, lower carb diet, it still was very tough to manage. I want to do even better, because right now I'm currently on metformin, and the last time I had to have my diabetes levels checked when it was unmanaged, my A1C was 13, and it was horrible. That's the equivalent of having blood sugars at least, in the 500s. And without going into the medical details, anybody who's diabetic or wants to read up on this will know what I mean. When I last had it checked, I was down to 8. So I was making progress in the right direction. Just like the book, I was all excited. So were the care providers that, hey, he's moving in the right direction. But I'm a big person about fixing the root cause of a problem and coming up with a solution, not just prolonging the problem. And that's what this book helped me understand. Having said everything I've said, this video is designed, and multiple videos are designed to keep me accountable. So this is the introduction, and hopefully the longest one. I'm going to check in every 4 hours and show what blood sugar results are. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling, what I'm doing. One of the things that is a tried and true method that has worked for years, even though it's against what medical professionals recommend for a number of reasons, is fasting. And I've always felt that fasting can really help cleanse your body out, because I've been obviously pumping it full of junk I shouldn't. So as of 5 a.m. this morning, I haven't had anything to eat. It is currently just after 10 a.m. And I plan on not eating anything until tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. when I have to go to work. I've only had a glass of water, but I've also taken the steps, in this being the first day that I won't take my medications. I'm on metformin, lisinopril, and atorvastatin. The metformin is designed to help keep your blood sugar down. The atorvastatin is designed to help protect your kidneys, and the Lipitor, or the lisinopril, is like a generic Lipitor. It's for blood pressure. And then I also have to take an injection of insulin every night before I go to bed. It's from Lantus pen, and it's like 10 milligrams. So having said that, that's what the purpose of this video is. And I'll keep checking in, saying how I feel, keeping myself accountable. I hope this will help anybody else. Today is just a random middle to late June of 2019 day. But if anything, this will hopefully serve as a starting point. And I want it to help anybody else.